Good day to all. Magandang araw. Naimbag nga aldaw tayo amin. Nagwayo way wakas takay. I speak before you not only as a leader, but a son of the mountains, a keeper of a memory, and a living testament to the enduring struggle of the indigenous peoples of the Cordillera. I speak for my people, for those who came before us, and for those who are yet to be born. In 1997, our decades of struggle bore fruit through the passages of the Indigenous Peoples Right Act, or the Republic Act number 8371, or IPRA law. This was more than a legislation. It was a long overdue recognition of the reality we have always lived, that we, the indigenous peoples, are the rightful stewards of our ancestral domain, not because the state grant us that right, but because our existence, our stories, our rituals, our blood has always been intertwined with the land. IPRA recognizes four key pillars of our survival and dignity: ancestral domain, self-governance, social justice, and cultural integrity. It is respected our customary laws, our elders, our councils. It enshrined the principle of free, prior, and informed consent, a basic standard of respect. And it created the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, NCIP, whose role was to work alongside us, not over us. But today, this hard-won law is under threat. The House Bill number 9608, filed in November 2023, seeks to amend the IPRA by removing authority of the NCIP to issue certificates of ancestral domain, title of or CADTI, handle ancestral land adjudication, and it placed its proposes to the creation of a new bureau, the Ancestral Land Administration and Adjudication Bureau, we call it ALAAB, under the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, which is the DENR. Let me be clear. It is not a mere reorganization, but this is a regression. House Bill number 9608 would return ancestral land governance to the very logic we fought so hard to dismantle, the Regalian Doctrine. This colonial fiction, inherited from the Spanish crown and enshrined in our constitutions, declares that all land belongs to the state. It is a doctrine that denied our existence, erased our stewardship, and reduced us to squatters on our own soil. We reject that. Our right to land is not granted by the state. It is rooted in native title, a truth older than any constitution or colonial claim. It was affirmed in the Carreño versus Insular Government in 1909, where even the United States or U.S. Supreme Court recognizes that the indigenous land rights exist independently of any government-issued title. Our land is not public domain, it is our sacred domain. To support House Bill 9608 is to silence centuries of resistance. It is to undo the victories of IPRA law and to dismiss our ancestral connection as technically. DNR has no cultural mandate. It has no base relationship with our communities. It is an institution historically linked to resource extraction, not rights protection. To place our ancestral domain under its control is to subject us once again to a system that does not understand us, does not speak our language, and does not answer to our elders. House Bill 9608 also violates international law, particularly the United Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, or the NCIP, which the Philippines has signed. Article 26 of the Declaration affirms our right to land we have traditionally owned or used. Centralizing this power under DNR contradicts that commitment. Let us be reminded, land is not just territory, but to us. It is not a document, a file, or a bureau code. Land is memory. It is identity. It is inheritance. It is our law. To place our ancestral domain under a non-indigenous agency is not a reform. It is a return to colonialism. It is a state-first approach, replacing the indigenous first philosophy that IPRA fought to establish. Yes, we recognize that NCIP is not a perfect. We have to code out its influence and inefficiencies, its delays, and its shortcomings. But the answer is not to dismantle it. The answer is to reform, to build its capacity, to restore its credibility with our communities. We did not ask to be saved. We ask to be heard. We ask for what is ours, not as charity, but as justice. So today, as a chairman of the Indigenous Peoples of the Cordillera Nation, I declare our firm collective opposition to House Bill number 9608. We say no to ensure of our land rights. We say no to the revival of a colonial mechanism. We say no to being governed by those who do not know our stories. Instead, we say yes to ancestral sovereignty, yes to native title, yes to self-determination under our laws, our leaders, and our lifeways. We are not relics. We are not beneficiaries. We are the original nations of this land, and we will not allow ourselves to be buried beneath the weight of another law that forgets who we are. Let this be known, not only in the halls of Congress, but in every corner of our country. We are still here, we have never left, and we will continue to fight. Thank you. Agyamanak, Diyos Tiagmina. Mabuhay ang Cordillera, mabuhay ang IPCN, the Indigenous Peoples of the Cordillera Nation.